Story time with Mrs Dorne. Now, you all know the traditional tales, I'm sure. Goldilocks and the Three Bears, the Three Little Pigs, Little Red Riding Hood. We know about the Big Bad Wolf. The Gingerbread Man. You get the picture. This is what happens when they're all mixed up. Two small girls were out on a mission to change some stories of certain tradition. The girl with blonde curls went without parents' permission. To meet Little Red was her only ambition. Once they had met, Goldie would show Red the way. So off to the woods they went for the day. Oh dear, what can I say? I hope they don't get lost on the way. They shouldn't have gone without telling their mums, a dangerous place to be filling their tums with porridge from strangers and not from their chums. Don't let it be said that Goldie and Red were sweet as the ground they did tread, for I've heard through the trees when Goldie did sneeze, that wolf trembled and fell to his knees. Red wore a hood to pretend she was good, but her friend Goldie, she understood. The girls then walked hand in hand through forests and sun and sea and sand before crossing the river to fairy tale land, where they found to their pleasure a certain grey treasure, 3 different sized bowls to eat at their leisure. It belonged to the bears, but the girls had no cares. They'd already broken one of the chairs. Then gracefully climbing the stairs, where each tried a bed, soon dozed Goldie and Red, whilst the woodcutter worked in the shed. Chopping up wood to build a nice fire, to fuel that grandma's desire, for a nice warm cottage she did require, in her nightdress attire. Then the woodcutter spied a flash from the side, biscuit 10 centimetres wide, with a face and buttons and legs astride, shouting, run as fast as you can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." He had been at a party when 2 girls picked a smarty. Although their meal had already been hearty, not taking chances, he ran away smartly. Following closely behind the gingerbread man was a cow, a horse, old lady and man. Puffing and panting without a plan, they ran all the way to Japan. Goldie smiled at Little Red, who cheered and clapped. One more story's scrapped. Just the pigs and the wolf to be had. Goldie called, "Hello," to the 3 little pigs. "Come and see our lovely new digs. It's been built by the hands of loads of kids. It's tough and strong with lots of twigs." No, we're not coming out," the little pigs started to shout. "Not even showing the end of our snout. We learnt about that when the wolf was about." "That's what you think," laughed those naughty girls, tying back their heads full of curls, then setting about some dancing twirls, filled with magic beads and pearls. All at once, and with a flash and a sound, the piggies' houses fell to the ground. Those pigs then ran around and around, disappearing from sight with a final bound. Red and Goldie danced with glee, but looking on from behind a tree, that big bad wolf was on his knees, speaking only in Japanese. "I wish I'd gone with that gingerbread man, for I can run as fast as he can, then I wouldn't have to eat that gran. I don't want to chase those horrible girls. I don't like the look of their heads full of curls. I'm sure it's magic in those twirls. It makes me dizzy watching the swirls. And where are the pigs and their houses of twigs? And where are the bears with their porridgy digs? And why do those girls do twirly jigs?" Those girls are destroying our Storyland, our traditional tales that are so grand, passed to children hand to hand, passed from a past and distant land, told by our mums from a long time ago, going on forever as we grow. They need to stick to the flow, not change the stories as they go. Catch those girls and teach them a lesson. Teach them the rules. Make them go to relevant schools. They'll quickly learn to use the tools to count and read and not be fools. And so to school the girls did go. Goldie and Red soon got into the flow. They did their phonics and learned how to sew, soon making friends by saying hello. Being polite is the right way to go. The stories returned to the place that they'd started, characters back from where they'd departed. Goldie and Red had been outsmarted, and never again would they change things unguarded.